What?
Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Whiskey Sour Libations and Conversations. I'm your host, Dominique Lovings, and we have a very special guest this Aquarius season. He is no stranger to the show. He has a birthday coming up. Actually, it just passed. It was
Yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
So happy birthday. Okay, we'll visit that. But yes, everybody, welcome Kid Edwin. He is your famous content creator, making all the skits. And we're gonna talk about one of his most recent skits that I might have been featured on. Welcome back, friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I want to get back to that statement you said, but it's okay.
Okay.
What
Uh
what, what makes you think that Bloods in Pasadena don't mix? Who told you that?
I've been in Pasadena and I ain't never seen a blood over there in my life in the 10 years that I lived in the area.
You ain't lived in Pasadena.
I don't live in Pasadena, but it's a hop skip away, and
You
I've never seen a blood over there.
you haven't been in
And
Pasadena.
at least a visible blood.
You haven't been in Pasadena.
I have been in Pasadena. Are you off of? I'm looking at your surroundings. Oh no. Okay, is that the 130? It's a park that I always pass leaving the ENT.
Yeah, you on the other side. You stay on the other side of the 210. You got to get in Pasadena.
I've been in Pasadena, but the 134 take you to Pasadena.
The 134.
The
You talk.
134 takes me right into Pasadena.
Yeah, that's right there, but it's not Pasadena. Really, it's Pasadena, but it's not like Pasadena.
Okay,
That's like
anyway,
Old Town Pasadena.
yes, that's Old Town Pasadena, and I've been to Newtown Pasadena. I just can't think of my cross street names right now because I'm confusing them with Glendale Street. So
You
just
thinking of like you thinking of Fair Oaks. You thinking of um. You think Allen. You think Colorado. You think if you're in Colorado, you ain't even been on the other side.
okay. I'm gonna let you think that I haven't.
You
But
got to think of you
welcome.
got to when you think of Pasadena, you got to think of it's just like you when you in St. Louis, you got certain places you go, right? It's certain
Mhm,
places you don't go,
mhm.
right? There's a lot of places you go in Pasadena, but there's a lot of places where people just don't go. You know what I'm saying? There's certain streets when you hear a street in Pasadena, if you're from Pasadena, you be like, oh, I ain't going over there.
Okay, so guys that are listening, because there will be some people watching, I just want to describe where he is really quick before we get into the episode. So I think what he's insinuating is that he's in the hood of
I'm
Pasadena.
not in the hood of Pasadena. I'm probably where you be in Pasadena, the safe place.
Do y'all see what he just did there? This is some Aquarius shit. 'Cause this is come on. Anyway, what I'm saying is it's like look at his surroundings, guys.
Hmm.
It is very lush, green,
For
pretty.
sure.
That's how the ghettos out here look. Pasadena isn't ghetto, but the ghettos are pretty. So you be confused why somebody say, "Oh, no, it looks nice," and it's like, actually, no, it's the jungles.
I, but I that's somewhat that's somewhat true. Somewhat.
Ken,
I
welcome
can
back to
take
the
you.
show.
I can take you to some places where you'll be like, why do I feel like I'm itching?
Welcome.
Amen. How y'all doing?
How are you this week?
I'm good. I'm good. I had a amazing weekend. I wanted to like kind of stay and be to myself, and I did a little bit of that, and then I went to your party, which was amazing.
Yes, it
You
was hot
know,
as hell. I had to change.
yes, yes, you
Yeah,
did, and
yeah.
you didn't tell nobody. You just came back changed.
Because I was gonna faint. I was talking to BT and Crystal,
Uh
and
huh.
literally got nauseous from being overheated,
Mm.
and ran. I had donation bags in the car, so I went through and just grabbed whatever was in there, and then threw my sneakers on and kept it
Oh,
moving.
you be killing it, Dom. Let's
I
go ahead and put that out there. You be killing it.
I appreciate you.
If you just went into a bag, grabbed some shit, and then threw it on, come on.
I put that shit on.
That
And
was that was so graceful. I was like, okay, she planned a dress, a wardrobe change in the middle of her party.
no, the air wasn't working. They told us the air wasn't working.
Oh
So that's
wow.
how I that's how that I was gonna have to listen. It was gonna be that or I was going to the hospital.
Oh
So
no, you did that. You did that. You made that look graceful.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, Kenn, single and ready to mingle. Edwin, let's hop
That's
into
me.
it. I had the honor of being called to do one of your famous skits.
Uh huh.
And I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie because I'm not aesthetically the curvy girls that you have on film. So I was a little nervous because I'm like, I'm slim thick. And you have other curvier girls, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, are people gonna be mean to me in the comments? Also, an Aquarius, don't give a care.
Yeah.
But I was so excited, and I had so much fun. And
Hmm.
you took me out of character just a little bit, just a little bit. Um, guys, like, I'm gonna put the link to his YouTube channel. And it's more so specifically our video together, our skit together. I got
Uh
to
huh.
meet Big Ja. And it's so funny because I've gotten asked so many times, oh, Ken, do you know Big Ja? And I'm like, I don't know who that is. And people think I'll be trying to be a jerk, but I didn't know him,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think I enter spaces so blindly sometimes.
Hmm.
And so in meeting you, I met you through BT. We did BT's Give Me Your Top Five together,
Uh
which
huh.
I also link here. It's also now streaming on Tubi. Go run those numbers up so he can get
Amen.
another season. Um, and we just hit it off like immediately as Aquariuses do, because I was like, what side are you? He's like, you
Yeah.
Aquarius?
Yeah.
We start
Yeah.
talking. So it's just been uphill, friendship from there.
Hmm.
And so uh I want to talk about a little bit of our skit and then we're gonna go into your other projects. So just to give everybody a brief synopsis, I am
Hmm.
Kenn's girlfriend. Now that has moved in and pretty much taken over his house. He caters to me,
Hmm.
hand and foot, no matter what
Hmm.
I say. If I say
Hmm.
jump, say how high.
Yeah.
If I say go low, he's gonna go lower.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
John comes in and it's his homeboy and notices him acting different, and he tells him that I saved his life.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
you want to, because like I had a nice surprise watching it.
Uh
Um,
huh.
there was a scene where Kenn does kind of, I don't want to tell the guys to tell them everything, but just know I put on for the city. Okay, I put on.
Yes. It was really funny because okay, so when we're shooting that, as we're shooting it, you were in that scene, that part of it, you were in the other room, so you didn't hear a lot of the stuff that we were saying in there.
I
You
wouldn't have
just
heard
heard us
even if I
laughing.
listen. My hearing aids wasn't in, so if it wasn't in, I wasn't hearing it.
Yeah. So when we were doing it, I just said it out of nowhere, and John was like, "Oh my god!" It's like, he was like, "She gonna love that," and I was like, "That's hilarious." I was like, "Cause that's where she's from." I was like, "But because the thing about women from St. Louis, okay, that
Tread lightly.
I've grown to know. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak. Huh? If it's bad, it's bad. You got to wear it. Okay, it's your jacket. Huh?
Okay. All right.
But most women that I've met from St. Louis, first of all, they fine. I ain't seen an ugly person from St. Louis. Not one ugly person. Not ugly. Let me say aesthetically pleasing young lady. So one, it's an easy call to call on somebody like yourself because you're beautiful.
Thank you.
And not only are you beautiful, you're very talented, and you do just a lot of things. And even at that day when we were shooting, we were talking about some of your talents, and it was like, why aren't you doing these things? You know what I'm saying? And you were just like, no, I don't like. You need to do these things because you're talented and it's beautiful.
Okay,
Either
guys.
way, either
He's
way.
speaking about my puppetry talent.
and
And
it's not just puppetry, it's voices, it's you're creating worlds. That's amazing. That's doing exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to create worlds and give people experiences or reflect on certain experiences. And in this one, my girl saves my life, and because she saved my life, it's like I owe her the world. It's like I wouldn't have a world if it wasn't for my girl. So she can have anything.
I
So
appreciate
here, take it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the skit was pretty much about. And when my friend sees it, he doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I think the one of the best parts of it is Dom saving my life. So we have a part in the sketch where she comes and saves my life, and it's like caught on the ring camera and it's fire.
it's I literally didn't know what to expect. So because guys, it wasn't like he sent me a script.
Yeah,
All improv. And so we're just going back and forth.
yeah.
Which really was helpful because I've done improv when I've taken like acting class in high
Mhm.
school, but outside of that, I've never uh really come on, you in public, man. I have never like formally taken an improv class. And so I don't know if taking speech and debate or public speaking kind of helped with that, being really quick, being able to
Uh-huh.
have that banter back and forth. Those are the classes
Yeah,
that I took for my degree.
yeah.
But it was just crazy. And I was like, yo, I might really be a nigga at heart. And I think I have to accept that. And then
Yeah.
there's a part of me that I that's tough. That's tough. You
Why
know,
is that? Why is that tough?
because I always think that I am this just innocent femme fatale, like
Oh, okay.
but I'm
Well,
direct. Like I know how to speak and the things, and I know what I need to say to get things going and get my way. But
hmm,
it's like sometimes I just was like, oh shoot, I'm really a nigga sometimes. Like this is crazy, and it was just so funny to see it. And then
yeah,
I'm asking you, I'm sh- yeah, I'm asking you, yo, is my form okay? Does this look correct? That's what I was like. Well, if I'm gonna do it,
yeah,
I gotta make sure it looks okay, you know, as I wanted it to be believable.
yeah. And I'm not. I mean, of course, it's like our stuff is improv, but it's also guided, and it's just like if you say something we don't like, it's like like all right, say it like this or say this or
Okay.
oh, go from there, go here. You know what I mean? It's like it's a situation where I think anybody can do it as long as you've been in front of a camera and you don't look at the camera because there's people that will definitely look in the camera. I've looked in the camera. I've looked in the camera during some shots that
Yeah,
we've been
I mean,
doing. So
okay, so it depends if you want to break that fourth wall, like what is happening. I break the fourth wall every day because
yeah,
something chaotic happens in my life and I'm like looking like where's the camera because it's not my life.
that's funny. That's funny.
So
That's like when we were talking on the phone that day and that lady came in the nail shop all loud. You remember?
no, was
We were
this a
talking about this day. You were talking about, oh, I want to get you on the pod. I was like, all right, just let me know.
oh yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
as we're
yeah.
talking, some lady was just like, ah! You were just like,
But
what the fuck?
all the time. And I'm just like like it happened literally about a couple hours ago. I was like, okay, let me bring it down a notch because though I know a camera isn't here, I'm about to be a little reactive and it's not necessary.
Yeah, yeah,
And I took a deep breath and I sent my homegirl a message on Teams and I was like, so I don't know how this is a thing because this has been the thing and this has been the way that it is for like however many years. So I said it to her and kept it moving. But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I it was crazy because I was trying to be nice to you, but like not trying to be because sometimes when I speak, I know how some people they feel like I am very direct or aggressive
Hmm,
gesturing.
hmm.
And I'm just like, y'all don't use your hands when y'all speak. Like if you just stood talking to me, I feel like you being funny.
Yeah.
like kind of expressive person. I have voice
Yeah.
inflection, and that people out here are very confused by that
Huh.
because I'm not flat and monotone. And I guess I don't know if it's that everybody expects everybody to kind of speak like a Valley Girl, the Kardashians, or whatever. But me changing my tone
Yeah.
gotten me in a lot of trouble, whether it
Huh.
in relationships, um, or at work. Like people think I'm being insubordinate, and I'm like, no, 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 no. This isn't. This is
It's
me.
just the way I'm talking.
I'm like, I'm literally asking you a question. So if I have to seriously speak to you, why am I about to be like so bubbly about it?
Yeah.
Bitch, you're
Yeah.
humble. So
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah.
Just so I think it was just really funny and fun to see myself uh on camera like that. It was a lot of fun, as I appreciate, the call. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
I
Of
can't wait
course.
to get another call.
And you have the other one that we shot as well. So
I know. I'm looking at that now. That one is funny.
that one's gonna be hilarious.
That was.
Yeah.
I'm like, really, really, okay. But
I think that one's gonna be funny because like I feel like you're being more yourself in that. And there was a point where you just went off on me. I was like, damn. I was like, hey, I was like, I'm acting. I'm just saying crazy shit to get you mad on purpose.
but
And you went off on me.
yeah, but that's what That's what I was
Mm.
supposed to say. I knew it wasn't real, but
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
was
That
a
shit
lot
was
of fun.
funny.
So you like pushing me. I was like, this is push me. I was like, I've really been saying I'm gonna take a acting class, and I think I'm gonna really sign up for one this year
Yeah, you
just to
got
get
to.
back into it,
Hmm.
and sharpen my skills. So I'm really excited about that because I think I have been looking at Tasha Smith's school.
Hmm.
So I was like, oh, I think I might do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We gonna see. But I want to continue to get a call,
Uh huh.
so I can also put those into real time.
For
Uh,
sure.
those skills let it translate onto the screen. But
Hmm.
I kind of want to get into a little bit of the comments a little bit.
Uh oh.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
None of them were really bad. Like nobody said somebody said something crazy about me. I don't really care. Sometimes people be looking for attention. And
Yeah,
so
of course.
sometimes I'll respond. I said, "Oh, I think you needed a little attention. Hello."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Are you happy that you got attention?" And they don't ever say nothing back. But
And
I
that's
noticed that guys were like, "Oh my God, Ken, what are you doing in these skits? You are being a simp." And I saw multiple comments like that, and I was just
mhm.
like, "That's not him being a simp. That's him honoring his girlfriend." I say this
Yeah.
nigga life.
Yes.
Why shouldn't he bend over backwards for me?
Right. Yeah. I got him right here.
uh,
I got him right here. Let me see.
and it's like you making us men look weak, and nobody is challenging or questioning your manhood. Like nobody's doing that to y'all. Like why do men always feel because men want to cater and do nice things and things that automatically, let's be for real, it should already be a thing. Like a lot of y'all, it seems like a lot of y'all are dating women and sleeping with women that y'all don't like. Because to me, how I see my homeboys interact with their girlfriends or their wives, I can tell that they care about them. I can tell that they love them.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not far fetched to any of their homeboys. It's not far fetched that you're doing what should be done in a relationship.
For sure. You got to think too. Um, a lot of people on Beyonce's internet are not as advanced in mental. You know what I mean?
You're
As
right.
others. So like on the surface, yeah, you're a man. You say something, shit should go, right? But everybody knows in a real relationship, niggas be hoes. Like it's like you gotta go over there and you gotta ask your girl if you could go out somewhere. And sometimes it's not even because she runs shit. It's just like you don't want the problem of having to answer something. So I'm not doing that. Let me talk to my girl first.
Yeah.
and something like that. Then he's gonna be like, "Oh, you simping?" It's like, nah, I'm just trying not to have no problems in my house.
Yeah. We
Where
have an understanding.
and not everybody has that in a relationship, and not
Yeah.
everybody has that in the world. So when they see it, they point it out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, the gangsterist niggas I know be on some hoe ass lovey shit. Oh, I ain't even looking at her. I'm like, nigga, it's just a girl. Like, nope, nope. Keisha ain't gonna play. Keisha ain't playing. Keisha ain't playing. They do that. We'll be out. I'm like, nigga, Keisha's not even here. Nope, I don't even care.
I don't think, and
Somebody.
for me, it's not about a man. Even that's a funny example. Even looking at another woman,
Uh huh.
it's more so because women are beautiful, men are beautiful. You know what I mean?
I don't know
So it's
about that, but yeah,
like, no, listen, men, y'all be fine. Y'all be attractive, and sometimes you see a man like, oh my gosh, that's like a beautiful creature. Like you've never like it's.
yeah.
But
People look at me like that sometimes. Keep going.
yeah, you have your chocolatey skin, and okay. Why you laugh? You know what? I'll take my compliment back. Because
No,
I was
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm keeping it.
okay,
It's
I was
already here.
fun. I was like, your beard connect. So listen, you got nice hair. You ain't listen.
For sure.
Hairline
For sure.
ain't no issue for you.
Yeah,
So
for sure. I've seen some struggle lines out there.
listen, listen, listen. Um, but it's just not acting upon those feelings or urges. Cause like there are gonna be things that happen. You're gonna see people be like, shit. I see people and be like, shit.
Yeah,
But it's just having that self-control. And I think that's what relationships and understanding dynamics and roles or whatever
yeah,
is about. So like you said, I gotta say something to my girl. Like I'm not just not about to, come home
yeah,
and like you said, I don't want that chaos, and so I think
yeah.
that's the difference. Like people have to differentiate. That doesn't make you a simp. That's just creating a layer of transparency and communication with your partner.
For
Because like
sure.
I don't want to have to call you 120 times. I'm
For
not doing
sure.
that. I'm gonna probably call you twice. You
Right.
don't come home, your bags are at the door.
Oh wow. Yeah,
I'm fine
sure.
for that. I know I went to the extreme really quick, but hey,
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
what it is.
See, the thing is though, it's like think about what you're saying. It's like you know if you have a girl that's gonna call you 120 times, you know how to act around that girl, or you just know like, all right, I have to do these things to make sure that she's eased. You know what I'm saying? And that's usually what people get when they get in relationships and they start loving somebody. They're gonna do that. They're gonna be like, all right, I can't talk like this because she don't like when I talk like that.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
and it's a simple thing. It's it's learning people. Like if you have a friend that doesn't like you saying certain things, you're not gonna say those things around your friend
not at
unless it's like something like super stupid. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna continue to talk how I talk. I'll watch it, but yeah, I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's like everything is a compromise. So it's like if most men see that or they're saying that because they're simps and they don't want to be looked at as one. I'm not a simp at all. I know how I get down.
Ken Edwin, would you like to elaborate on I know how I get down?
I know how I get down. I'm a man, and I make women feel good. I make women feel safe when they're around me, and that's evident. Like I don't have to do anything out of the ordinary to make someone feel like they're comfortable around me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you do understand that safety also extends to when that person isn't around you,
For
right?
sure. But I can't be like that. I can't be like that with everybody. You know what I mean? So it's like when they're around me, yeah, they can feel safe when they're away from me. But if you ain't mine and you not with me all the time, then do your thing. Go out there. You out there roaming by yourself,
Okay.
lonely.
Okay. Okay. Single and ready to mingle, Edwin.
That got deep real quick, didn't it?
really did. I was like, I want to stay here, but then I was like, actually, let's transition.
I mean, we
Uh,
could. We. I mean, hey, I'm with you.
listen. Okay, so
Can
you,
I finish? Can I say one more thing? All
yes,
I'm really trying to say is women need me in their life. Keep going. Go.
I love it because listen, give the Aquarius energy. Let them know that it don't get no better than you, bro.
It really doesn't.
It really doesn't. And y'all be trying to play with us Aquariuses and try to make it seem like we are so detached and all these things. But if
Yeah.
we love you, we
Yeah.
really love you. I just really like, okay, so my Venus is how you love. Like my Venus is in Capricorn. And I'm
Uh
like,
huh.
some days I be wanting to be in these niggas' skin. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's that Capricorn. Because
Uh
something
huh.
happens and it's just, but it's like it's crazy. And then I really want to be in that person's world a lot and I want to be included. And dating has been, for the most part, very complex.
Hmm.
And it's not because I'm this complex creature. I think that men don't know how to navigate the space in the world of Dom. And
Mm.
because I'm not always trying to be under you, but when I want to be under you and you don't be
You
trying
want
to
to be under?
step back,
Yeah.
I'm like taking a step back. So I retreat just a little bit.
Uh
And
huh.
I don't try to, but also I'm like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to be around you, but I don't want to talk.
Uh huh.
Some people think something's wrong. I'm like, no, I'm
Do you
cool.
communicate that though?
I feel like I have several times. And for some people, it's like in some relationships, it just doesn't connect. And I can sit in silence and lay on you or just
Mm.
sit there and watch. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird. And I've been in situations where like even my guy has probably wanted to hang out, and I probably have been so tired where I know our time schedules are different, but I have said I probably didn't answer the phone because I was so tired, and I was like, oh my god, like I hope they don't want to come over because I'm sleepy, I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just date. I also date an Aquarius, so he know.
Hmm.
It don't have to be, but other one I have verbalized it in the past. It's just, and people they don't understand. We can be it's peopled out. This I was peopled out yesterday. I
I
could
don't want to do nothing on my birthday.
well, you did something, and then I was like, wait a second. First of all, I felt like a terrible person because I was moving around so much that
Hmm.
I forgot to tell you happy birthday, and then I told you that night, and I was like, oh, you probably think I'm a terrible friend, but
Nope.
I couldn't. It just was so much, and I was like, okay, I just need a moment. I'm overwhelmed. I'm
Yeah. I mean,
overstimulated.
and you had so many people. I mean, it was sensory overload in there.
It was sensory overload.
You had it was 50 Mexicans in the middle of the dance floor, and then it was all these beautiful black people on the outskirts just standing around kind of looking and dancing like in their little spaces. And it was just like, oh man, like this is low key popping. There's somebody with a wheelchair doing spins and things, and that was crazy. And
I'm lying.
she was looking up people. She was giving niggas the, the
She was.
business. And I was like, girl, you better get them wheels out of here before they get spun. You feel me? And then and then you had these beautiful ass thick ass women just coming out of nowhere looking all delicious and whatnot. So it was just like, this is crazy. It was just a lot. So I like, even me, like I went and I sat down, like, man, let me sit down somewhere.
Yeah,
Cause
it
I
was.
it's like I wanted to be there and I wanted to like, get in the middle of everything, but then it was just like I just how I was feeling just around that time. I just like, man, let me go sit down because I really just wanted to chill today.
Listen. The way that I kept going to the front of the barbershop, to the front,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and because it was hot, and then I was just like, I really was gonna cancel this so I could stay at home and watch Lost all weekend. That's where my head was. Like I was like, I could be at home watching Lost right now. Like
Man.
sometimes it's and it's so hard to be in the moment, and it's been
Mm-hmm.
something that I have been. It's been an ongoing work in progress for me for years. Just being
Mm-hmm.
in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
which also helps control, like, you being anxious and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. But I was like, I really could have had a VA and watched Lost. So here called me the night before, and I was like, he was like, oh, I'm so excited. I was like, yeah, man, I'm watching Lost. Like, you and Patrick was talking about that one day, so I started it. And he was like, nigga. I was like, nigga, I'm already on season 2. I just started season 1 the other day, and it was like
Oh
20
yeah, that's tough.
episodes. I'm on season 3.
That's tough.
It
When you start a new show, it's like, yeah, I ain't trying to do nothing. I'm about to watch this goddamn show.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I was like, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
do reaction videos. I was like, take a moment and just like, look, I started Lost, and I'm on season 3, but I just want to say, like, talk about a few characters, because let me tell you this shit. I don't like how y'all be talking to Hero Pirinu. Y'all be punking him in front of his son, and I don't like that. Y'all done called
Yeah.
him one too many boys.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
man.
I
So
haven't watched Lost. I haven't watched it.
listen,
I haven't watched Lost or Game of Thrones. What
I
else
couldn't
haven't I
get
seen?
Game of Thrones. So I used to go to watch parties, and I would go for the snacks.
Now
Um,
Breaking Bad I got into. Breaking Bad was my shit.
I saw a couple episodes of that. Went to the parties for the snacks. Yeah,
Right. Right, for sure.
but speaking of shows, you are currently filming season 4 of the Lesbian Homie. So,
Mm-hmm.
our listeners that don't know what that show is, can you give them a brief synopsis and what we should expect from season 4?
The Lesbian Homie is a show created by Big Ja,
Mhm.
where he uh, has a friend. He has a group of friends, and in his group of friends, one of his good friends has a friend that's a lesbian. He doesn't look at her in any kind of way because she's just the homie. And then one day, she goes and takes a shower at his house. Actually, can use a shower before she goes out, and she's getting dressed, and he realizes she got crazy frame. And from there, it's just like, oh shit, I need to get in those. They spark up a little relationship. It gets complicated because she's a lesbian. She's a stud, and she's not supposed to be messing with no dudes. She's not bisexual. She is a stud lesbian. So from there, this whole world is created, and we start dipping and dabbing into
Real life
the
scenarios that do happen.
yes scenarios that do happen. And it follows this character. His name is Bruce, who keeps falling in love with lesbians. It seems like so. The first season, he fell in love with E. The second season, he fell in love with Reese. Reese is a lesbian. Didn't know she was a lesbian, but she ends up being a lesbian. They She kind of dated him because uh, she wanted to show her mom that she can date a guy or something like that, and then it turned into something else. The third season was all of them being together in the same place at the same time, and all the problems that was going on with that. He was into Reese. E shows up. It gets complicated because E's back, and you know, just all kinds of mayhem. This season is more about not Jabba, Bruce trying to step away from being messing with any kind of lesbian, just finding his person. He like,
Okay.
fuck it, I'm trying to find my person. And within trying to find his person, he kind of starts getting into all these other little shenanigans. Uh, the lesbians in the show, they have their own arcs and everything, but it kind of follows Reese and E as their friendship grows
Okay.
in
Yeah,
the
that's
first
really
season.
that's so funny, because I think about certain situations where we see studs sometimes come up pregnant, and it happens quite often. Where it's like, okay, but I thought you was a stud. It's like, yeah, man, it was this one night.
Oh damn.
The homie, and now look at the nigga got me, got me, and I'm pregnant. They be full on studs.
It'd be a lot of fine studs on Instagram. I'll tell you that. They be looking good, and they like you look at them, you be like, this chick is a stud, but then like just the way they are, you be like, something's up with her. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
they be a little too dudish, or they be wearing boxers and shit, and you be like, what's going on?
It's so funny because I think sometimes when I see like studs, I'm like, oh yeah. I say so. I was like, is there like a wardrobe, like, because all y'all wear the same shit.
Yeah,
Like it's like, and it'd be like nigga wardrobes, and I was like, so. And sometimes I feel like they can't dress. A lot of them, because
I
like I
think
feel like a
studs
lot
be
of niggas
fly.
can't. Huh?
I feel like studs be fly.
Nah, I feel like there's a certain uniform,
Uh,
at least the ones that I see.
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, huh, yeah, move it along.
Yeah, we had no, we had. I remember growing up, we had two studs in Pasadena. They was twins, and they was getting all the bitches, man. All the bitches. If you wanted a girl, they probably got them because they was cute. They was light skinned. They had like green eyes, green and hazel eyes. They
Oh,
were
they was great.
short, and they had all the gear in the world. So they was just always fly. So whenever I think of a I think of them.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I think of the ones that I be seeing in St. Louis that sometimes be looking dusty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Once again, I ain't seen nobody dusty. Well, y'all did have that one crackhead, but that crackhead he had bars, and this girl was with him, 100% going with him, huh? You remember that? You remember the dude? If they was in St. Louis and they was rapping, he was like boom, boom, boom.
No, no, they was not from St. Louis. Them niggas was from Detroit. Stop it.
That was well, where were they at? They were in St. Louis, weren't
They
they?
were not in St. Louis. I feel like them niggas was from Detroit because that would have been a bigger thing. Just like
Mm-hmm.
how Andrew Caldwell is still a
Uh-huh.
thing. No, like those guys. They was not from St. Louis. They were. I
And which one
know
is Andrew
exactly what you're talking
Caldwell?
about. I was like, immediately, I knew. I was like,
Which one's Andrew Caldwell? I'm delivered.
yeah.
Okay, that's my guy right there. That's the homie.
Okay, can we talk about it for a second, really quick?
That's the
Because
homie.
I think that, listen, my best friend. It's like I just don't understand how you like that nigga. Like he is so annoying. Like he annoys all the gays, and he's just such a butch queen. Like he is like you be trying to play, but then you
Yeah.
stay trying to out somebody. Like that is just gay shit to me, and I just can't. And my like I'm like it'd be funny. Like he had him on Snapchat years ago. All I could see is him turn around and he said
Uh-huh.
to my homeboy, like my best friend's friend, "You say something about me, bitch." And I felt out. They was He was fighting in the middle of like Big Ben one day got the car. It just was so much, and it's wild to see. Interesting to see how he's extended his 15 minutes, right? Because that was so long ago,
That nigga
where
made it happen.
we're to the point where he was on the radio at home.
Yeah.
They ended
He's
up,
still, he's not on the radio no more.
no, they canceled that show. It was all the huge scandal. They canceled that show.
What was the scandal?
Like, okay, so well, British went to jail from Basketball Wives, for PPP loan and like fraud. So that happened. So they were looking for a co-host, another like a girl.
Uh-huh.
So they ended up getting all these submissions, but they ended up picking this one girl who was, that had been on either like Love and Hip Hop, like an episode or two, but like a friend of the show, this girl named Tiffany Fox.
Mm-hmm.
So Andrew is saying that she and the other guy, that Shorty, that was on 106 in Park, that's from St. Louis. He said that they was having an affair, an office affair. Now I don't know what's true. I don't know but that's what they're saying. So then it became this big thing, and they ended up pulling the plug on the show.
Well, I don't like him for that, but but the dude is just funny to me.
He
He's a
funny.
funny guy. I mean, you could tell he's sassy as hell too. So it's like all the fake man shit that he does is that it's just funny to me.
Hey, come Kim, come get your kid,
Yeah, come get your. He be like
Kim.
Kim, Kim. Nori, sit down, sit down.
See, and listen, I said, you know what? Maybe I need a level of delusion because a lot of selective, a lot of the successful people, there's
Yeah,
a layer of delusion that's there.
yeah.
And so I was like, I need to rest in that. Now, what am I? What can I be delusional about?
Well, it's like, do you want to be that though? You know what I mean? Like,
I
think
want it.
about.
I don't want
It's
to have to
like
do that.
you kind of have to. You would have to play like remedial in a way.
And who has time for that?
Nobody has time to do that because, like, at some point, that means somebody gonna play with you,
Mm-hmm.
and you gonna be like, all right, now I gotta fuck you up because you just don't do that.
Yeah,
It's not. It's just not a good look. It
yeah.
wouldn't be a good look.
It wouldn't, and I think I pride myself on being so authentically me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, dude, I am not interested. You hold like it's just so much. But I also understand that even in our realm of creating
hmm
content,
hmm
having to explain to people that even some of the things that we say, though we could be saying it with a straight face,
yeah,
I'm like, this is pure entertainment. Like I had to break that down to somebody.
yeah. Like,
And
I'm not serious about a lot of the stuff that I say. I may put like certain perspectives out there because, which is funny, because the things that I try to put out there that are like hidden messages, like, people don't get those. They only get the fuck shit. They only get the shit that's like, oh, I connect with that or whatever. If I'm It's just like Kendrick's performance. There were
yeah,
so many symbols and things, and everybody just looking past all that. You know what I'm saying? They look past
yeah.
all that and they look at the one thing that they didn't like, or they look at, oh, he looked like he was out of breath right there, and it's just like the nigga's running and rapping at the same time.
But also we've been so programmed to think like that because when I was in, I was like, I enjoyed it. When people was like, oh, okay, can we say it? It was terrible. I was like, but you guys were waiting to say this since they announced it. You guys are the same group of people that had something to say about the choice and
Yeah,
him being selected anyway. So
yeah.
here we are. I'm like, I felt like it was an excellent performance. I picked up on like a lot of this stuff, just like black people representing the
hmm
flag, but not only representing the flag, like how the colors were not traditionally even the colors of the flag, like they were deeper, bolder, darker colors. They
Yeah,
represent like bloodshed and things like that. So
yeah,
people, people, my mom always said, "Don't be common." Don't be common.
yeah.
Like that is not your job. That's not who you are as a person. So don't look to these everyday basic people
hmm
to make you feel accepted or seen. That's just not you. That's just not what it
Right.
is. I don't raise y'all like that. And understanding that and moving through that space has just been so much more easier because I'm not trying to be in the in crowd.
hmm
So,
hmm
like I said, I told everybody, I was like, the people that's talking about this Kendrick performance, I said, clearly have never been to a Drake concert because Drake concert is boring, overpriced and boring.
It's slow as hell.
It's slow, it's boring. Like, and I said, y'all might be fans of the singer Kenn because, yeah, no, boring.
That's so funny because I hate him, but I love him. I love him and I hate him. I respect everything he does,
I,
and
I, I respect it, like you getting money, like, but you are not that
he
guy.
got some songs. He got a couple songs that I'll
No,
tolerate while I'm at a wine event or something.
look,
I'm not
I
gonna
all
go and
I know
like,
is
all
that
right, let me
like
find
the
that Kendrick.
aunties be jamming and throwing panties, and I'm
Oh
like,
no,
I was like, he don't want your panties, but okay, he might.
he out there looking for Andrew Caldwell, huh? He out there, he out there looking for Caldwell. But no, I mean, people are gonna they're gonna say the things they're gonna say. It's just gonna be like, all right, man, either you get it or you don't. And I
Yeah.
think that's the best thing about Kendrick is it doesn't matter. Like
Mhm.
if even if it's like think about when he first did that Grammy performance with Beyonce, and they
Mhm.
was up there on the stage jumping in that water, and they going crazy. And I'm sitting there like, man, this shit is crazy. Like the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, this is crazy. And then people had something to say about that. Like, what were they doing? I couldn't understand what he was saying. And now, I was that 6, 7 years later, people will look at that performance and they're like, dang, like that was a special performance.
Yeah.
Or remember that performance? That was fun. And then you go back, you look at it, and you're like, man, it's even crazier now going back and watching it because that's just the type of performer he is. And people aren't
Yeah.
even understanding that to perform is something. History was made yesterday. They've never let anybody that was a hip hop artist headline a Super Bowl ever.
Well, well, they have, but it's been
Who?
like in different. Okay, so you remember what year was that where it was like all of like G Unit and they left out the game though. It was like so you remember that? That was a couple years ago. It was like Dr. Dre. Because 50 Cent came
No,
out, Eminem.
that
Uh
doesn't count.
okay.
What I'm saying is a hip hop artist that comes and is like a big Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre has a catalog that's crazy. He's a producer. You know, like if somebody was to be like, all right, Timbaland can bring so many people up there. Somebody was to be like Teddy Riley. You can bring so many people up there. So it's not just you. For a solo artist and a solo act to get up there and get down like that and actually use his hits, his songs, don't have to use anybody else's music. That's
Yeah.
big. That's big.
Yeah.
That's big for the culture. And even his stadium tour that he's doing. Hip hop acts don't do stadium tours. It's
No.
really hard to do stadium tours.
Yeah, I mean it be Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's it. And
Jay-Z
he
and
did that with Justin Timberlake or
and
with you know what
Beyonce.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or with Beyonce. He's not doing it by himself. So for him to come out and do that, I mean he's taking SZA with him, but it's just like it's just crazy. It's crazy for him to even do it.
Who was also born in St. Louis. Um,
Uh-oh. What happened?
Nothing happened.
I can't hear you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, SZA's also from St. Louis, so that's real
She's
cool.
from St. Louis?
SZA was born in St. Louis and then I think they moved to like Jersey or something.
Yeah, because I thought she was from New Jersey.
Yeah, no, she's born in St. Louis and then they moved.
See,
So, um,
St. Louis is a special place. I tell you that.
we are a special place. I think it's like a mecca. I know how they talk about Atlanta being like a
Mm-hmm.
mecca, the black
Mm-hmm.
mecca, but it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of talented people there,
Uh-huh.
and they're trying to figure out how to push the artsy world, entertainment
Mm-hmm.
world and stuff forward there. You got a lot of people making, like movies that get sold to Tubi, and people talk about, mess about that. But I was like, hey, if it's a streamline that's going to help things go, when you are independently owned and operated and be streamlined that can, to the masses, you got to do that. And you keep so much money that way.
And there's so many people out there making so much money off of Tubi.
Yep.
And it's like we need to be trying to figure out how we can even create our own Tubi to like really keep it us, keep it for us. Because
Okay, so Tubi.
yeah, so Tubi is a sister company or the parent company to Susie to Tubi is Fox.
Yeah.
So that's how you get all those other movies on Tubi. When you go to Tubi, you can watch Booty Call. You know what I mean? You can watch a lot of different. They get those licenses because they have a partnership with Fox. So people don't understand that. And then so I think we need to create our own Tubi that stays with us. The more we can stay independent, the more we can help ourselves. You know, we got to stop letting other people come in and just take over what we have. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like selling out is cool sometimes, but you know, after you sell out, go start something else again. Like that's just like it or something. You know what I mean? Don't just step away from something and you know, it's like even like Jay-Z with Title or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why isn't there another title out there that actually had that's actually doing what Title was meant for? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
But
stuff like that.
I think a lot of people. I wonder if it's something like where cost wise or marketing wise, because I'm trying to think of like, even the Kev on Stage app and him ultimately shutting the app down and moving all his content, behind a paywall or uploading it. Like certain stuff is on YouTube, but a lot of stuff is behind a paywall. And
Hmm.
ultimately, even his scripted show got picked up by BET.
Yeah.
The first season was on the app, and then they, shopped it around, and then BET picked it up. So they have a second season coming.
Yeah.
But we see more and more. We saw it happen last year before. All these companies were talking about DEI and removing certain programs, but we
Hmm.
saw a lot of our shows like seeing the end of the road. They just announced that Natasha Rothwell
Hmm.
show is getting canceled after one season. CP was on that show.
Hmm.
And so she's looking to shop it somewhere else. And I told him, I said, somebody called Kev to start the app back up.
Yeah.
Because there's no way now, like, I could see how sales and certain things can be stagnant, but I was like, okay, but were y'all really pushing marketing of this app that would drive people there to sign up and different things? And so, I don't know the
Hmm.
inner workings of what happened there or whatever, but I
I
think,
know him.
huh?
I know him.
Okay, well, we can talk
Not
over.
because, not because I know Kev on stage or anything. Because I don't. I only think I've met him. But because I had an app myself, and I had an app before everybody had an app, and I was trying to push my app, and it doesn't, it's not just sales, it's working with that company, is
Mhm.
Vimeo, OTT, and you get your own app, you get your own, they build all this stuff for you, and then they kind of just leave you just out there. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just a simple fact that people either don't have the money. It's like they make you have to uh, set the price at a certain point.
Okay,
Like
okay.
if it was like if it's up to me, I would have an app. It would cost $1. Cause like who can everybody can afford $1. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And if you get 10,000 people to give you $1, you get $10,000. Do that every month. Get 10,000 people to give you a dollar
Yeah.
for, you know what I'm saying? That's good. And then I feel like the overhead on everything that he's doing is probably way more and on top of the app. And then they're
Oh yeah,
always
I can
trying to,
imagine.
yeah,
I
and they're
can.
always trying to make you do more. Like they had me in a deal where I ended up having to pay an extra like let's say I had to end up paying like an extra $60,000 just because they didn't in their contract it says that, oh yeah, you have to let me know in a month in advance. I let them know way before that I didn't want to do that, and they couldn't find any record of it. So then I had to, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then they had to. I was like, well, we have to have you on a contract or something. I'm like, all right. So I guess. So I had to pay extra money, and that's on top of me not making the money back that I already paid. So if
Okay.
I'm paying $60,000 a year for something, or let's just say it's $24,000, I'm paying $24,000 a year for something, and that $24,000 doesn't get recouped, or let's say it does get recouped, I'm still in the hole because I have to produce these shows, and
Yeah.
every show costs about $20,000,
So, and
$15,000.
yeah.
So it's just like it's just money going out, and it's like we're content creators. There's usually investors that put money up because they need to get rid of money. So they
Yeah.
just give us money. So it's just finding those people. I feel like we need to have more distributors or let us just be the content creators that we are. You
Yeah.
know, we
No.
can't. The problem is we're always wearing so many hats, and we
Mhm.
want to do all these things because nobody else is doing them, but nobody else is stepping up for us and going, look, I have this capital. You guys create over here. You guys are dope. There's no reason why somebody shouldn't be coming to Jar right now. Like, I have $100 million. I need to. I want to keep my money, so I don't want to give it all to the IRS. So I'm gonna take 20 million of this money, put it in your hands, and you can do whatever you want with it. There's
Yeah.
no reason why that shouldn't happen. There's a lot
Yeah.
of people. There's a lot of people out here. There's a lot of black people out here that have $80 million.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
It's
It's
a
not a
lot.
lot of billionaires, but there's a lot of people out there that have enough money just to give us. Let's just not even say 80 million. Let's just say 10.
Yeah.
There's 10 millionaires out there. There's a lot of 10 millionaires out there, and they need to get rid of money. Why
Yeah.
aren't they going and finding people? They see that somebody like Josh, somebody like Kev can actually produce quality content. You should be putting money into them. People should be coming to them begging to take my money, please, and do whatever you want with it because it's gonna help me. It's gonna help me keep my money. But people just aren't doing that because they're looking and going to different avenues that just aren't us. And
Yeah.
it's like, all right, look here. It's right here on your phone. Look in your phone. Look at a person and go, look, this is where I'm gonna put my money.
Do you think like what do you think that would look like going forward, like, or how should content creators, even if it's them having to do the network, doing that work to find those people, what do you think that would look like?
I feel like I feel like is the I feel like it'll look like more conversations with each other
Mm-hmm.
and coming together. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
there's a thing of nobody wants to come together like Voltron. Everybody just wants to be Voltron.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everybody just wants to be the big, honcho. It's like, no, we're all pieces. We're all pieces to this puzzle. And we all need to put our pieces together so we can fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And we're not fucking shit up because, you know what I'm saying? We just look good to our people.
I think a lot of people, I think as far as I can only speak on our culture because I'm black. Uh,
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of individualism happening, and
Mm-hmm.
people don't realize that. And so, like you said, they want to be the big thing, but it's like this.
Yeah.
This have to link. We have to
Yeah.
let go of that in order to move forward. Just, I
Right.
mean, when we were just speaking about what was happening yesterday, like with Kendrick's performance, a lot of people it goes over their head, and those are the people that you leave behind. Because I'm not gonna stay here and convince you of why this was important in front
Mm-hmm.
of orange face or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
all of that
Yeah.
stuff happening. And so I'm people that see the promised land,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm going. And
And
so whatever that looks like, we
mm-hmm.
gotta get to it.
Yeah, and even if you just think about the performance alone, they made it to where the NFL couldn't put stop racism in the end zone because they
Mm,
have been putting that on. They have been putting it on every end zone, and they wanted to do it in the Super Bowl. But it's like, nah, I don't want to. They didn't want that to happen, so they didn't. They took that off. And then you have Kendrick coming up here, and you got all these black people holding up a fist, like with all these like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah,
for that alone, y'all should be shutting up and being like, yes,
but there's people that's always gonna be sheep, and they're just never gonna get it. So let
yeah,
them be over there, and that's not our job to save everybody. You know
for
what I
sure,
mean? I know that sounds really messed up, but that's not our job. We're not saviors. So we're supposed to look to people that are aligned and like-minded, which is how we, even cross paths.
yeah,
So
yeah. But that's the thing. I think so. The problem is, I feel like the problem is, as far as like what it actually looks like, is it looks like other people that actually have those connections. They don't always look like us. They don't always talk like us.
mhm.
So it's like we have to find those people or that person that kind of looks like, look, you can look like me and not talk like me. That's
Yeah.
fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, come help your people out. You know what I'm saying? It is, and it's right here. It's a like we're creators. It's not like we're just out here just spewing bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like even if you look at some of the stuff that we're doing in Lesbian Homie, people would be like, well, you're pushing gay relationships, and it's like, no, we're not pushing gay relationships. We're pushing
People be
relationships.
gay. People be gay though.
People do be gay, and like stuff be happening to people that be gay, and then the people that be
Yeah.
gay be liking regular straight ass niggas. So it's just like,
Yeah.
but the whole show isn't really about that. The whole show is about this nigga Bruce and how Bruce be having. Listen, you hear this?
I heard you, but yeah.
You hear what's going on behind me?
Oh no. Oh, a little.
That's what I mean. So
But
I'm at a. I'm
I think people we come from a place where people we like to oh oh group and where we come from a place where people typically they like to box people and you have to fit in all these different types of boxes and even simple things
He's getting
that
closer.
are yeah.
He's getting closer. Yes.
And
Keep
so
it rolling. Keep that shit rolling. See? See? Mm-hmm. See, and you be thinking it's sweet out here.
no, that just sounds like a transient. So
Yeah.
anyway, we're
Go ahead.
um anyway, I'm done. But I think so and people whether you identify straight however you but people we are going through life at a record pace. It's so much happening and people we having shit going on. And so you're like low key think of how many niggas been in love with a lesbian. Think about it.
I wish you can see this.
It's fine. Um where they fall in love with somebody that they shouldn't have fallen in love with. Like you're telling
Mm-hmm.
a story of at the end of the day, yes, somebody's a lesbian,
Yeah.
yes, somebody's straight, but this
Mm-hmm.
is something that technically is for would be a forbidden love because they don't identify they don't
Uh-huh.
it's not supposed to fit.
Yeah. And so and that goes across all realms. It's not just it's like there's all kinds of forbidden loves. There's families that don't fuck with families. Don't ever don't ever go over there and mess with the Johnsons because the Johnsons did this in 1976. We don't fuck with them. So don't be around no Johnsons. And next thing you know, you got some kids and a Johnson and a fucking Edwin get together and they like, oh my God, you. And they're like, oh, we can't because of our names. So it's just like it goes across the board. Like you don't have to just look at it as just one thing. It's like the relationships are so multifaceted. You know what I mean? But everybody goes through the same thing.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Because it don't matter like what it look like. We just be life be lifing for all of us. So hopefully someone listening or watching got a really nice message today.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Amen. Did you hear what he said?
Yes.
He said, I'm loved by God and I'm disrespectful.
Okay, you're disrespectful. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. So with that
And
said, I
and now
want you
he's running through the park. Oh, he stopped.
okay.
Oh, this is
I want you to
amazing.
get out of there. I want you to get out of there.
No. No, 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 no,
Listen,
no, no, no.
I done had too many weird instances that happen with transients and my friends. Okay.
I'm
So,
good.
so it's still light out. You we're gonna wrap it up.
No, we
And
don't have to. I feel like
no,
we need to
no,
keep
no,
this.
we gotta
It
wrap
was just getting good.
listen, I have we're gonna have you back on the show because we have so much to talk about
We
and
do. We
I
do.
don't want to hold you and I have some things that I need to
For
take
sure.
care of.
And you
But
can't hold me because you got your own thing going. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm trying to be great like you, friend.
I'm trying to be great like you. Goodness.
Listen,
Just give me a little bit of your sauce and I give you a little bit of mine.
listen, you independently owned and operated the promised land, okay?
Yes.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, we gonna get there.
We're
With
gonna get
each other's help. I tell
with
you
each
that.
other's help. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell everybody where they can find you on social media, how they can connect with you. Maybe there's an investor listening that wants to pour into Kenn because it ain't like he has a huge resume. So it ain't like,
Hmm.
oh, send me something. He has more than enough to send. So
Yes.
you
Yes, I
won't
do.
have to wait.
So you can just hit me up on Ken Edwin TV. That's Ken with two N's. Edwin TV. That's on Instagram. That's on what are other things? That's on
Facebook,
well,
there's YouTube.
Facebook. That's YouTube. I also just started a podcast with my brother. Well, we didn't just start it. We started it a long time ago, but we're working on getting those episodes out, and that's amazing. It's called My Brother Is Funny as Fuck AF. So it's My Brother Is Funny AF.
Okay.
So if you can find that on YouTube, uh, we're gonna start putting that stuff up. That's gonna be popping. Follow the Instagram page as well. And yeah, man, just you guys create out there. You know what I mean? Whether that's writing a letter, whether that's just loving somebody, just make sure that you're putting that love and good energy out into the world because the world needs it, especially right now.
Amen to that. Thank y'all so much. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the podcast with everybody. And we will see you back next week.